The silence is the heaviest part, isn't it? That space where there used to be laughter, routine, the casual check-in. Now, it's a void filled with unanswered questions, rehearsed arguments, and a profound sense of loss that feels like a permanent shadow. Family division isn't just a disagreement. It's a tectonic shift in your very foundation. Whether it's a rift with a parent, a fallout with a sibling, or a schism that has split the entire clan, the pain is visceral. You might be wondering, is this forever? Can broken bonds ever truly be mended? Or is the risk of trying and failing even more terrifying than the painful stalemate? I'm Habila, and I want you to know this from the outset. Healing is not only possible, it is a skill that can be learned. It is not about magic words or pretending the hurt never happened. It is about the courageous, structured work of building a new bridge over the old chasm. This work is daunting, but you do not have to navigate it without a map. Let's begin by understanding the landscape of division, so we can chart a deliberate course back to connection. First, we must honor the truth of the rupture. One of the most common mistakes in attempting to heal family division is the rush to fix it by minimizing the pain. Saying things like, let's just forget the past or we're family, so we should get over it, is like trying to build on quicksand. It invalidates the very real hurt that caused the split and guarantees it will resurface. An expert mediation tip here is to acknowledge the need for a validating ceremony, even if you perform it alone or with a neutral third party first. This means deliberately and explicitly naming the impact. This division has caused deep grief. It has meant missing important moments. It has created loneliness and confusion. Acknowledgement doesn't mean assigning blame. It means honoring the reality of the consequences. This validation is the first solid ground upon which any future dialogue can be built. It drains the emotional poison of unspoken hurt. With that foundation of acknowledged reality, we can look at initiating contact. This is often the most paralyzing step, fraught with fear of rejection. The key is to initiate without demand. Your first communication should be a low-pressure, open-handed invitation, not a summons to court. A common dialogue mistake to avoid here is leading with your own narrative of the conflict or, conversely, sending a generic hope you're well message that ignores the elephant in the room. Instead, use a message that combines humility, acknowledgement, and an open question. For example, I've been reflecting on the distance between us, and it makes me sad. I value our relationship and miss you. I don't expect to hash everything out at once, but I would be grateful for the chance to reconnect when and if you are ever open to it. No pressure, and I respect your space either way. This approach owns your feelings. I feel sad. I miss you. Respects their autonomy. If you are ever open, I respect your space, and plants a seed without applying pressure for immediate growth. If and when dialogue begins, your primary job is not to talk, but to listen with what we call forensic empathy. This is listening with the singular goal of understanding their world map, their perception of events, their hurts, their unmet needs. This is brutally difficult because every fiber of your being will want to correct inaccuracies, defend your intentions, and explain your own pain. You must suspend that impulse. Strategies for universal acceptance in this phase require you to listen for the asterisk feeling asterisk and the asterisk need asterisk beneath their words. When they say, "You always chose our sister over me," the facts may be debatable, but the feeling of neglect and the need for significance are absolute truths for them. Your role is to reflect that what I am hearing is that you felt overlooked and secondary, and that you needed to feel as important and valued. That sounds incredibly painful. This kind of reflection does not mean you agree with every detail. It means you are acknowledging the emotional truth of their experience. This act of seeing and naming their hurt is often the first thread that can begin to stitch the wound closed. Healing, however, moves beyond understanding to the architecture of a new relationship. The old patterns led to a collapse. You cannot rebuild the same structure. This requires negotiating new ways of being together. This might involve creating agreements about communication styles like no yelling or using timeouts. It might involve setting boundaries around triggering topics for a temporary period. It certainly involves developing shared rituals of reconnection, a regular coffee call with no heavy agenda, a shared project, or committing to celebrate a holiday together with new, conscious guidelines. This is where you build the new bridge plank by plank. It's fragile at first, so you move slowly and celebrate small crossings. A shared laugh, a moment of unsolicited support, a successful navigation of a previously hot-button issue, these are the victories that build confidence in the new structure. The journey of healing family division is a pilgrimage of the heart. It demands courage to initiate, discipline to listen, humility to see your own part, and patience to rebuild. It is not linear. There will be setbacks, but each step taken with intention and compassion alters the ecosystem of your family forever. You are not just healing a single relationship. You are breaking a generational pattern and offering a new legacy of repair to everyone connected to you. A crucial and responsible disclaimer: the process outlined here is for navigating difficult but navigable family ruptures. It is educational and based on mediation and communication science. However, if the family division involves ongoing abuse, addiction, severe untreated mental illness, or trauma that threatens your physical or psychological safety, this guidance is not sufficient. In such cases, protecting your well-being is the primary goal. Seeking support from licensed therapists, trauma counselors, or support groups is essential. Reconciliation is not always possible or advisable, and healing can sometimes mean finding peace and building family of choice from a distance of physical or emotional safety. Your health is non-negotiable. Your story of division and the longing for healing is unique. If you feel ready, share one step you've taken or hope to take toward reconciliation in the comments below. Your courage might inspire someone else to begin their own journey. For more guides on building bridges where they seem impossible, subscribe to Habila The Bridge Builder. Let's heal together.